Please don't beat me up, anybody that finds me.
Yeah.
They don't always have or offer huge gains.
Yeah, I was reading about that. You know the Mercury Milan.
Yeah.
The hybrid version of that runs around $28,000, and it gets 41 city, 36 highway. You know, it only gets 2 more miles a gallon than the regular version.
Money wasted.
But here's the thing. It's $7,000 cheaper.
Yep.
The regular version is $7,000 cheaper.
$7,000.
Is 2 miles worth $7,000?
No, 2 miles.
Maybe if the roads are paved in pussy, I'd pay $7,000 for 2 miles of pussy. I don't know about that. You know, I'm trying to stay optimistic here. That's a huge difference.
Yeah, that is ridiculous. That is ridiculous. I mean, you could go with a diesel. Go with a diesel that are more efficient. I mean, hell, even the Jetta TDI. Those are, $22,000. $22,000.
But it's 42 miles a gallon.
42 miles to the gallon.
That's more than hybrid, and it's just a regular car.
And you know what? Easier to maintain. More people to work on it.
I think Americans, as consumers, are afraid of diesel.
Because
they think if they own a diesel, they think they're hurting the environment.
They don't.
Environment.
No. Okay, fine. All you bastards out there that are afraid of diesel and you want to be more economical, biodiesel. There's your solution right there. Figure out how to do biodiesel in a mass. There's a lot of people in their garages with their biodiesel containers and everything. Do that more.
Or you can do what Top Gear did and run your car off a poop.
There you go.
Run your car poop. It works.
It works. Math, but the only thing is it loses 2 horsepower and you basically, it's not as economical.
I mean, I think the only car that they would probably use it in would be the one that you hate, would be the Stratus.
The Stratus.
Shitty car.
Shitty
gas.
Yep. There you go.
There you go. Perfect. Dodge, we're saving you.
See?
Bring back your Stratus and have it run on cow shit.
There you go. Ding, ding, ding.
All right. So what's the final verdict on green cars? Should you buy one? Should you not?
Nah. Don't buy one.
Save your money. Or if you're a baller and you have to buy it, they have an Escalade.
Escalade. Guess what? Escalade. Awesome hybrid Escalade. You could get it. It's got ghost lettering on the side. It says hybrid in the ghost lettering.
I'm a douche.
Oh, I'm a douche. Yeah, it just basically screams, I'm a fag. So, why don't you instead go ahead and buy the Viper ACR that we pointed out to you on Craigslist?
Yeah, because that Escalade's $80,000. $80,000.
I think I would go ahead and go with the large penis option. And,
bro. Honestly, if I really wanted just the people to think I had a hybrid, I would just put ghost letters on my car that said hybrid anyway.
Yeah, why not? Just on your red line, you could put red line hybrid, supercharged hybrid.
Yeah.
What now?
See, but yeah, Don't buy a hybrid. Don't buy an electric car. Just wait until the technology is a little better and the prices start to come down. I still think we as Americans, we're very brash and we have to use this stuff.
Yes.
Gas, we do gas. That's it. Buy a diesel. Fine.
Buy a diesel. That's good. Do not go with the hybrid. Go with the hybrid. Take lots of enzyme. There you go.
Yeah, and if you buy hybrid, you're a pussy. I think that's a verdict. If we see you in a Prius and you listening to our show, we will come out of the radio and choke you.
We will not.
Your car will burst into flames.
Or you could be like Toyota and your gas pedal sticks and you drive into a wall.
No, that's Darwinism, bro. Like, come on, only the strong survive. Toyota did it on purpose because they know the Prius fucking sucks. They're like, okay, we need to kill these douchebags.
We need to kill a lot of these people off.
Yeah.
See, there you go.
Screw that. Don't buy a hybrid. Cancel that.
No, never. Don't ever do it. And we're going to actually go back to our original topic. Enough screwing around. Oh, yeah. All right. Yes. And the new thing that we're going to bring it up with is actually going to be the best, cheapest car that we like from Dodge. That is going to be universally the SRT4.
Yeah,
yes.
The little pocket rocket, man.
Yeah.
That thing was actually pretty innovative because it was the only car that was under $20,000 that ran 13-second quarter mile.
That is
amazing out of a neon? It's out of a neon.
That is a
I would imagine
beast.
a neon would be like that. I mean, the older RTs are really cool.
Yeah.
But they weren't that fast.
No, they weren't that fast. They were fun to drive, and so were the SRT4s. They were actually pretty
Extremely
fun to drive.
That is hands down our best cheap car from Dodge. Under 20 grand. You couldn't get that out of a Camaro. You couldn't get that out of a Mustang.
Nope.
You couldn't get that out of a Mitsubishi. You couldn't get that out of a Porsche. Definitely. You can't get that speed out of any other car company other than Dodge. So let me say, Dodge, that was one of the greatest things you've ever done.
That was actually the best car, and no matter how many I see on the road today, I would still own one.
I would still own one.
I would totally buy one right now. A lot of things eat Priuses.
On bicycle eats Priuses.
Okay, back to topic.
Thank you, Dodge.
Thank you, Dodge.
Please listen to us. If anybody who's listening to this and is a part of Dodge, please scrap the Caliber SRT4. Bring back the Neon. Bring back the Neon.
I actually, speaking of Caliber, I do have to say this real quick. I did actually watch a YouTube video of a pregnant woman learning to drive on the SRT4 before they bought the car on YouTube. The husband videotaped his pregnant wife driving the SRT4 Caliber. Now
that's how lame their life is. They have the videotape.
Well,
they think their car's gonna help them. Nope.
Oh,
the one cool thing about the Caliber is you can cool your drinks. No. Sorry. Just
don't. No. Bring back the Neon, please, and thank you.
Thank you, Dodge.
All right, now we're going to go ahead and close out the show today with our last assessment of the 2011 Dodge Durango Citadel.
Yeah, this is our review of the brand new Durango. This is new styling, new everything, same engine, a little beefier. This, I think they're trying to aim at the Lexus. This one's a pretty sleek looking vehicle you got here.
It is very sleek looking. Looks like it would be a pain in the ass to drive. I'm not gonna lie.
Why is that?
Well, I mean, the last Durangos, they were shorter. They were, I know the steering was very well in them. You would, I mean, it was just an easy to see out of car. This just looks like a big monster. It just looks like something that
it kind of looks like the old Magnum mixed with the Highlander.
When you get that Magnum front end and the Highlander basic body, and now I'm not gonna lie, it looks nice. It does look nice, and
but
parts.
It doesn't look like an SUV.
It's no.
Like, I can't really quite put my finger on it. Like, when I think of Durango, you already have that image of what the Durango was.
Yeah.
And when you think of this one, this doesn't look anything. This doesn't. No, they should have named it something else, because I don't see Durango.
They should not have. They should not have said Durango. They should have just said Citadel.
Durango wasn't known for luxury.
No.
Durango was a
utility vehicle. Yes.
I don't think this car could do it. Now they have the stuff the old Durango does.
I mean, even the old Durango had leather seats. That was basically your best luxury right there. Leather seats and AC.
But this has folding seats to get to the back.
Yeah, whatever. I bet those are pieces of shit.
I'm looking at a picture of it from AutoWeek.com. It looks extremely difficult to actually lift up and put your children in.
Dude, cut your kids in half, throw them in there.
That's actually might be the best option.
That is going to be your only option to really get them in there. If you have not seen this, just look it up. It looks like you got pretty much... Yeah, AutoWeek.com, you pretty much just only fit maybe 2 or 3 inches to really just throw your kids in there. It may look like a little bit more. They should have put...
That looks dangerous.
They should have put sliding doors on it.
But I think they would have classified it as a minivan or something like that.
Whatever, I don't give a shit.
It looks like it'll fall over.
Yeah, it probably will. It
doesn't look sturdy at all. But this car's got some power. It's got about 360 horsepower. They still have the 5.7 liter Hemi in it.
Hemi, they're putting those in everything.
But Grant, this might not sound decent, but it gets 18 miles a gallon.
That is actually better than what a lot of the older Durangos got. Now, I know personally driving Durangos, keep my foot in the floor, so can't always judge off of me personally. But
this car, you don't have that feel. I don't think you would have that feel of you being in a Durango. You don't feel like you're in an SUV.
No, you probably don't. You probably feel like you're in a tank.
The picture of this car that we have here is sitting outside of a mansion. Like, would you do that with a Durango?
Douchebags.
No. The Durango you would have in a trailer park.
Or you'd have sitting on the side of a mountain.
Sitting on the side of a mountain doing some cool shit.
Yeah, I know. Drinking beer, fucking, throwing darts or something. I don't care.
Running from the police.
Hell, yeah, even the old Durangos. Now, granted, this thing has a lot of power. Actually, it's got a pretty decent amount of power, probably more than a lot more than the old ones.
Yeah,
and this actually puts out 360 horsepower at 5,000 RPMs, which, granted, that's probably 5.5. That's
5.1.
5.1. Yeah. So yeah, but that's probably red line.
Honestly, probably.
And then you have, the 390 foot-pounds of torque. You're gonna need every single one of those to fucking move the tank.
One of the other downsides about this car is expensive.
Yeah,
this thing is expensive. Their base price is right around $44,000. As tested, that Auto Week has $48,000. But you can still add more options.
$48,000.
Yeah, that's right around $50,000 for a Durango.
No,
Dodge, come on.
No.
I know you're doing your whole restyle and everything like that, but this is not.
This is not
a good example.
Yeah,
this is taking a step back.
I
think if you wanted to keep the name Durango, you should have kept with the core, kept the same body style that you've had, and just added to that. Don't change it into a completely new vehicle.
If you're going to change it to a completely different vehicle,
name it something else.
Name it something else. Don't name it Durango.
And that's why I disagree with the Charger. The Charger should not have been called the Charger.
Should not have. You're
should
right.
Have been called something else because you don't have a 4-door Charger.
Yeah, you don't have 4-door Chargers.
Yep.
That's true. Disgrace.
Honestly, I think for another option, I would probably stick with Tahoe.
Yep.
Same features, same stuff like that, but it's still an SUV to the core. You can still go off-roading, do what you need to do in it, and still have fun. Yep. I would think the person who buys this car would be too afraid.
And this has all-wheel drive option, too.
But I think they'd be too afraid to use it because they don't want to mess their car up.
Yeah. Oh, no.
Yeah. Because if you're spending $50,000
oh, yeah.
on this car, you're not going to want to take it off-roading.
No, God,
Who
no.
Who the hell is going to want to do that?
It's like buying...
You're parked in front of a mansion. What kind of off-roading? What are you going to do?
Yeah.
No, you can't do anything like this. So Dodge, we say, good attempt, but you failed at it. You get a D.
Yeah, you get a D. It's passing,
it's passing, but it's scraping the bottom of the barrel.
Yeah,
it's not a bad looking car. We just think you should just name it something else.
Just go on with something completely different. It would have been way better.
Yep. So what do we say? We say no.
Yeah.
No to Citadel.
No. You know what we say? If you're gonna buy a Dodge Citadel, buy a Tahoe. Buy a Prius. You'll show your douchebag off. Yeah. Or your douchebag is off more.
Buy a Prius.
Yeah, just at that point.
Now, with that said, guys, we're gonna go ahead and conclude our episode of Backseat Drivers this week. Next week, what car company are we gonna do spotlight on?
BMW.
BMW. Oh, they got a lot of nice cars there.
Oh yeah.
Hopefully, we find some nice on Craigslist.
Craigslist
ass. We'll go ahead and be spitting out some more news for you too. Thank you all for tuning in. See you guys next week.
Peace. Later.